folk, indeed. It's good to have you along on the road. I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
You're a hard woman to find. Where are my manners? The name is Levy, Levy Dryden. Did Duncan ever mention me? Levy of the coins? Levy the trader? Really? He never told you of old Levy? We've known each other for years. But here, carrying on while you have a blight to stop. Don't want to waste your time. But you see, Duncan promised he'd look important for the Wardens. And poor Duncan's. A tragedy it is, at that. But I know he would want his work carried on, his pledge fulfilled. It's a bit of a tale, that is. But I'm the one who brought the Grey Wardens back to Ferelden. Well, I was one of the ones. There were a lot of us. Maker's breath, I'm a bit nervous. Honoured to be. And most folk are right fools. With a blight on the doorstep, we should be throwing virgins at your feet. Although that could get a bit messy, couldn't it? After King Maric freed us from the Orlesians, the Grey Wardens begged the King's to come into Ferelden, some sort of internal business. Me and a mess of other Warden sympathisers spoke on behalf of your order. Tan Loghain was very much against letting Orlesian Wardens in the kingdom, but Maric, Andraste, minded monarch, and he let in. That's why I was there when the Wardens and their leader, Genevieve, presented herself to the king. The first Wardens in Ferelden in over a century. Proudest state of my life, that was. Duncan was a bit of a scamp back then. We were of an age and struck up a friendship. The king himself went with the wardens on their mysterious business. When he returned, he rescinded King Ardland's decree. Wardens came back to Ferelden for good. People say it's because the Wardens have become poking up ties and not doing a bleeding thing for the kingdom. I say that's bollocks, as recent events have shown. That he was. Oh, your stomach's all aflutter. You're welcome. My family, well, past a bit checkered, you see. Nobles look at us with disdain. My great-great-grandmother, Sophia Dryden, was the last Warden commander of Ferelden back when the Wardens were known as freeloaders. So King Ardland banished the Wardens and he took House Dryden's land and titles. Hard to say. After King Ardland died, there was a civil war, loads worse than this one. Our family was on the run, hunted by enemies, with nary a friend in the world. But Drydens are tough. We rebuilt, became merchants, and we never lost our pride. As for the truth, my family reveres Sophia Dryden. We know she died at the old Grey Warden base, Soldier's Peak. We want evidence to clear her name. It won't restore our land or our titles, but it'll restore our honour. Well, no one's been to Soldier's Peak since Ardland's days. At least none that's come back. I spent years of tunnels and I found the way a few years back. So I went to Duncan, I did, and I said that he could reclaim the old base and my family could have its honour. I can pick my way through the tunnels at the base of Soldier's Peak, but the place, what, haunted, and it'll be dangerous for certain. 1,000 blessings upon you, Warden. I'll mark down the location on your map. When you arrive, we'll pick our way through the tunnels together.
Look at what your fool dog placed in my pack. A putrid, half-eaten hare is not something a woman wants to find in... I think I have enough meat where it counts, and I certainly don't need it in my pack. The dirty mongrel can have this back. There. And tell him not to do it again. I don't want it, you worthless fur bag. Oh, he's just trying to be manipulative, I can tell. I do it too.
Indeed.
Yes. Horseford. Yes. Horseford.
Vashaden.
Yes.
Yes.
And here we are. Soldier's Peak. Maker's breath. Look at the size of her. What a fortress. I told you the map would get us through the tunnels. I wasn't lost, it's just that the map's soggy. Bah! We're here. So, follow you about, from a distance. This place has the stench of death. I expect there's trouble up ahead.
We'll call this place the Lost. Before King Merrick's decree, the wardens of Ferelden lived here. I just got chills.
Fall back!
Taking the peak will not be easy, my lord.
I gave them with honor. Cowards. We follow the king, starve them out.
But the peak has months of supplies.
Then we wait. When they are tools, we will send them to their final judgment.
What was that? Felt a bit woozy there. I'm not mad, am I? You saw who?
I've heard an Orlesian ballad about something like this. A beauty trapped in a dream. In the song, Belisa never wakes up.
Your prissy friend here is making me nervous, Warden. How's this even possible? The place must truly be haunted. The Vale? Demons? Thank Andraste you came, Warden. After you.
Something I can help with? These things can have a... Wary.
Very well.
Morale is low. My spells are of no use in this matter, Commander.
There is more to leading men than sorcery, Avernus. I will remind them that their war— Men! I won't lie to you! The situation is grim. Our forces outnumbered, our bellies empty, and are sagging. But we hear our horns. Archdemons say when they taste our blades. So are we to bend knee to a mere human despot? No! I, for one, will never give up! I, for one, will never surrender just to dance on Arlen's gallows. So I propose here and now, in these halls where generations of our brethren stood vigil against darkspawn and evil, that we send a message to that fat in this sacred place. Proud men, strong men stood defiant and would rather die than submit to tyranny.
So brave, even when starving, and my great-great-grandmother stood with them. Not much is known of King Arland. The War of Succession that followed his death, now that was a piece of work. Lasted nearly a decade, and almost burned Denerim and the palace to the ground. Loads of history, but maybe there's answers to that inside. But I've gabbed enough. Lead on, my friend.
done.
Shall be done.
The door won't hold, Archivist.
Almost. The truth must be told.
What does it matter? We're dead.
Our grand rebellion so close. And to die here, a stillbirth.
We know wardens aren't supposed to oppose kings and princes.
Should we stand idly by?
Another one. Is this about a if only the book weren't burned. We could only hope.
Make them pay for every inch, men! Hold the flank! Avernus, we need you!
Nelatep, Obrasoth, Sivan, Net, Vepan.
Andraste's blood! What?
More Avernus! Whatever it takes!
Kei, A, Ventrosos,
Victos!
Press them! Press them now!
No! I command you, fight the king's men!
Fool! So much death, suffering, and oh yes, blood. The veil is torn now. Your soul is mine, Avernus.
Acolytes, retreat now. The battle is lost.
What just happened? Oh no, more fighting. summoned demons. Can't believe it. And my grandmother, she knew. I believed that my family was better than that, but answers may lay up ahead.
Yes.
Careful. I think they've seen us.
As you say. I shall do
Step no further, Warden. This one would speak with you. Because this peak is mine. This one is the Dryden, Commander, Sophia. All these things.
Grandmother?
You have slain many of the demon ilk to get here. This one would propose a deal.
That, or she's really let herself go. My great-great-grandmother is dead. I don't know what that is.
What is one woman-child compared to your might? Strike me down if my terms offend. A fool this one would be to betray the Warden. This one has tasted her memories, seen her thoughts and hidden. She is food for this one. No more, no less.
You can't be serious. There's nothing left of Commander Dryden. She's possessed.
Your fledgling should mind meek, subservient, quiet. This one will answer your question. The soldier's peak traps me. This one sees so many tantalizing places in the Drydens, would see the world herself. For me to be free, into the Old Mage Tower you go and destroy. In return, this one seals the veil. No more demons. Peak would be safe. Just let this one go into the world. This one knows all, but will only talk after the tower lies broken. This one will this one will feed. But without me, the veil will grow weak. More demons, more misery. You choose just one of my kind. Yes.
Warden, my family's been looking for answers for over a century, but not like this. Your decision either way.
Agreed. Any questions Levy has of the Dryden will be answered. You only must destroy. For your purpose, there is nothing more you need. The Levy gets his questions answered. You get nothing more. must live. Gnash stone with teeth if you can.
Trap right ahead. Trap right ahead.
Very well. Shall be done. No, as you say. Very well.
Things have an interesting power. Don't worry, I shall do it. Very well. I shall do it.
Day 32. The subject is not responding to the stimuli. Testing the pain threshold has uncovered only 3 82. If only I could reproduce last night's extraordinary... Electricity is only a catalyst. The blood is the key. Day 97. Energy and blood. Duplicated the results. I conjecture that success can be induced alchemically. But there are no more subjects left. If only I had one more, or a dozen. The things I could do. I hear you. Don't Even now, the demons seek to replenish their numbers. Are you to thank for this welcomed but... Dear old Sophia, have you? My body stained from a similar source, but my volition are intact.
Careful. This man has forbidden by the Maker. He may look frail, but don't trust him.
So, short-sighted men have forbidden my research, not any god. Enough. Why are you here? What is your intent? Ask.
Master Mage, sir, my family name has been worth less than dirt for over a century. Do you have any proof that Sophia was a hero?
The boy who braved the mists. So you heeded my call. And you are a Dryden. The cosmos has a sense of humor. He was but a boy when he entered the tunnels below the peak. His heart pure, his character certain. In dreams, I gave him the keys he would need. He would be my deliverance. Great-grandmother of us. Gave the fight. But still we lost. We fought against a tyrant, you know, so full of vigor then, so blind to consequence. But proof? There's none to be had.
I had hoped. But thank you, Warden.
What use would storytelling serve? The tyrant Arland is long dead, as is all our noble co-conspirators and the Grand Rebellion. Sophia's corpse may walk and talk, but she, too, is no more. He ruled with fear and poison, his treachery pit noble against noble in terrible battle. We thought him a monster. We gathered allies to rebel. But the toll of years has erased our failure, hasn't it? It seemed so pressing then, but the king on. Too many mouths to quiet. Even sorcery can only go so far. So we met with Tyrn Kuzland. With him on our side, we had a chance of victory. Instead, the King's Guard ambushed us. Commander Dryden and I barely escaped. Of course, to nudge people to keep our secrets safe. Sophia should have let me nudge harder. Her scruples were her undoing. Perhaps, but it was survival. For months, I prepared the summoning circles, researched the darkest depths of the Fade. That moment was a triumph of demonic law. Dozens of demons, by my hand. But with so many variables, I suppose, calculation errors were inevitable. I was so close. From that mean, so tired, so old. Let me undo my let me cleanse this place. Then I will accept whatever justice you feel I merit. She gave the order. I would have summoned the demons anyway. Only under wardens can true magical research continue. A chance to rediscover the secrets of ancient Tevinter. Chantry lies told to subjugate the mages, to keep them docile. And how do you know they are right? Their faith would have you swallow a great deal for small comfort. Yes? The Chantry foolishly forbids blood magic, but there are so many secrets to uncover. Cade, I found ways to extend it, but that can only go so far. To stop the demonic tide, to correct the miscalculations of the past. Blood magic comes from demons. They could counter every bit of I knew. But the Darkspawn taint, that is alien to them. And it has power. The Wardens use it merely to sense Darkspawn. A triviality. My research, so much more, hinted at even greater heights. This knowledge could not only save Soldier's Peak, with it the Warden grow even more powerful. It was necessary. It was vital. Few meager years of life then, Tower, compared to the greater goal, gave their death meaning. Yes, so be it. My only request, if justice or vengeance drive you, stay your hand. Hands are You are wise not to trust her. We will deal with afterwards. We must go to the Great Hall. There, I will repair the damage so long ago. There will be peril. The demons will fight us every step of the way. Come.
The task is finished.
He lives! You were supposed to kill him!
Ah, the architect of my... So clever in your deceit. And what has it brought you?
Treacherous wardens, at every turn! This one will crush you!
I'm finished hiding. After these long bitter... Be over! Once and for all!
This one will give you the end you crave.
Help me now, Warden!
Enemies approaching!
Wait. What?
Quick! To the main hall. With Sinians to protect her, the deal challenge for us. But we must act quickly. The real challenge lies ahead. The veil must be closed. We will unravel the summoning circles I drew so long ago. Waves of spirits and demons may come through. Dispatch them. I will begin. First, I must summon the magic. I feel them. They're coming. With so few of her minions to protect, must I wait? I will. First, I feel.
As you said, I can do it. Shall we die? Very well. I think we done. As you said.
Over. The veil is strong now. At least, I said I'd submit to judgment. And so I shall. Can I be left to experiment in peace? With what time I have left, I will do this. It may take months or years for my research to reach fruition. When it does, I will send for you. Thank you for this, Warden.
You've done it, Warden. Soldier's Peak is safe again. That old geezer of Avernus deserves the gallows if you ask me, but people will... But if he does the proper research, visors and blood magic and all, turn up there was no proof to redeem my family. Well, thanks, Warden. For so long, I was focused on the past, on answers. But I think I would have been better off had I stayed at home. I find myself at a loss. You've got a whole fortress now. I suppose I should start plying my trade again. You know I'm no good in a fight, but I'm a fair trader of myself. My cousins have been looking for a safe place to store trade goods, and the Peak will do nicely. Whatever the Drydens have to offer are yours, for a size...
This place was with spirits and undead, but it had no birds. Not a single one of those malicious, spiteful little demons.
It is over. Mm.